Okay, I'm Neil Dowling, and I studied physics and mathematics for my bachelor degree in Melbourne, Australia, near where I'm from, and decided I wanted to get into research and undertook a master's degree in physics, in theoretical physics in Heidelberg in Germany, and so took the leap to live in Europe for a little bit and be exposed to that research environment. And then for my PhD, I decided I wanted to work with an expert back in Melbourne and moved back and did my PhD in quantum information at Monash University in Melbourne. And so then afterwards, I moved to Germany and I'm here in Cologne now. I got rather inspired by both the kind of problems you arrive at when you're doing mathematics and the fun in solving these puzzles. It's just like doing a crossword or doing a Sudoku or any other kind of puzzle. I find this very enjoyable to do puzzles. And then the nice thing about working in theoretical physics is the answer to your puzzles has physical implications that are very interesting, right? So it's this nice intersection of difficult puzzles that you need to apply creativity and both creativity and logic to, but then also the interpretation at the end that you can actually say, this has some physical meaning that, say, can predict experiment or explain when quantum computers will be advantageous. So I was lucky enough in my PhD to have access to quite a lot of travel funding, and my supervisor had a lot of different connections with different universities and groups in Europe, and so I was lucky enough to travel every year for a few weeks and visit different groups in Europe, and I noticed that the research environment was very different to Australia. There's a lot more going on, there seems to be a lot more vibrant community, there's a lot more workshops, there's a lot more funding, frankly, and a lot more researchers, and everyone's close together. So for my postdoc, I wanted to be a part of that. And Germany is a bit of a hub for this. There's famous researchers in so many tiny towns and universities in Germany, like spread throughout, and it's just an absolute hub for the kind of topics of theoretical physics that I'm interested in. So throughout my PhD, I got interested in questions of like how complexity is generated in a quantum system. So what kind of things we can simulate on a regular computer when there's many different quantum degrees of freedom interacting. And I really looked at this from the quantum information point of view, but the large reason why I'm in Cologne in particular is for some of the experts here who work in the intersection of statistical physics and quantum information and many-body physics. So I was largely within this kind of quantum information regime, whereas now I'm learning about some of these new techniques. For example, going from the transition of speaking about how complexity is generated in quantum systems and what we can simulate, and then the question of how do quantum systems thermalize. When you have a lot of different quantum degrees of freedom interacting, our regular tools of statistical mechanics become very powerful, and there's some kind of transition here which we don't fully understand yet, but some of the real world leading experts in this area are in Cologne. Yeah, well, I really like hiking and camping, and being in the outdoors is nice. It's a nice escape, clears your head. And I'm really passionate about sport, like playing sport and watching sport. I absolutely love playing tennis and just running and any kind of sport, really. So these are the sort of things that I am passionate about outside of work. Yeah.